Ned was teaching a class full of kids, but they kept asking the weirdest questions. Each of them had their own wild idea of what heaven was like. They all believed they'd get to choose how they died and still end up in paradise. Bart, of course, insisted he'd be pulling pranks all the way to the grave. God was watching, but Ned was adamant about sticking to righteousness. That's when Nelson challenged him, so Ned decided to share his backstory. He explained that he was born into a rough family. Back then, he didn't have any faith. He bounced between terrible jobs, at one point even working at a gentleman's club. Eventually, he became a door-to-door salesman. And those guys, totally sleazy. When Ned got assigned to sell trampolines, everyone mocked him, because no one thought trampolines would ever sell. But then news broke about the moon landing. Suddenly, bouncing was in. Trampolines became wildly popular. Ned got rich overnight and quickly became the top seller. He strutted around bragging to the other salesmen, but one of them pulled him aside and warned him anyone who jumped on them 500 times, it would be electrocuted. And guess what? Homer and the gang were planning to break that exact record. Ned rushed over, speeding through traffic but lost control, and ran a red light, crashing his car. He got out and ran the rest of the way on foot. By the time he arrived, Homer was almost at 500. The sky turned stormy. Lightning began to gather. Things were getting dangerous fast. At the last second, Ned shoved Homer out of the way and took the fatal bounce himself. He died and ended up in heaven. But God, impressed by his selflessness, offered him a second chance at life. Back on Earth, everyone was amazed Ned had survived with no help at all. He decided to grow a mustache as a symbol of his new beginning, and even God gave him a nod of approval.